So since the announcement of the Black Ops 4, we've had a look at the business model that they're going for, which is a Black Ops Pass instead of a Season Pass, which has got quite a bad reputation from the community on a whole. Mainly the multiplayer side of things. I haven't really seen any zombies people talk about how it's bad for them or anything like that. And I personally don't think it's any worse for zombies players because you get an extra map on launch, and it's basically a Season Pass, but again, people are saying it's an outdated model. But anyway, since that got released, Black Ops 4 has been getting a pretty bad rap. You know, there's a whole boycott going on. There's a whole hashtag on Twitter saying no to Activision and trying to get them to release like free DLC and stuff. But that's not why I'm here today. The reason why I'm here today is because I want to talk about one of the things that I'm quite excited for Black Ops 4, and that's actually like a new story. Now, new crews don't tend to get good raps from the community. There's loads of different things. There's loads of different ones that have come into the games and people have just not enjoyed them or not followed the storyline as closely as they would with like this crew, for example. And every DLC we always get, it was pretty prominent in Black Ops 2 when the transit crew came, and all throughout the DLC season everyone was just like, oh, where's the new crew, where's the old crew, where's the old crew, I want Rick Toffan's crew and that. But I'm quite excited for the new crew, and I'll tell you why. So I actually started playing zombies in Black Ops 1. That was I did own World at War and I did play it. But the first map I played was obviously Natch, and I actually played it around a friend's house, and it kind of creeped me out to the point where I didn't want to play. I was still like just going into high school at this time. When I first started properly playing was actually Black Ops 1 with Kino de Toten, and it was actually 5 that I played the most. I used to play it with my cousin downstairs on my old CRT TV, and we'd get to like round 7, the Pentagon thief would come and I'd be like, dude, this is ridiculous, this is so hard. And at this point I didn't know anything about storylines or DLCs or anything like that. I just bought a Call of Duty game because I heard, you know, good things about them, like Modern Warfare 2 and things like that. So I started playing that with my cousin. We didn't really try hard, we didn't follow anything to do with like stories or things like that. And it wasn't until Shangri-La that I actually started watching Mr. Dalek JD's videos. He was talking about, you know, the storyline implications and what they can do with it. And I was like, what's he on about? It's just a game mode where you just run around killing zombies. And the more and more I watched, the more and more I started to understand that there's actually a story to do with this. And, you know, it's hidden within things called Easter eggs, which I had no idea what was going on. And then I further went back and I researched things like Ascension. I was like, oh, there was a big Easter egg on that. It actually got to the point where I actually didn't know that much about the DLCs that my friend said to me, have you got the new zombies map? And I was like, no, there's a new zombies map? And he was like, yeah, you buy it and you get 4 multiplayer maps, so you get the zombies map, which was this map that I'm playing now, which was Ascension. And I bought it, I played it once, and, you know, we didn't do very well because obviously it had just come out and things like that. No one knew about the Easter egg in my friendship group, so we didn't really have a reason to keep playing it. We kind of played it a few times. We're like, oh, that's cool, let's go back to Halo Reach. So at that time, like I said, I wasn't really invested in the story. But once I found Mr. Dalek JD and, you know, by extension Mr. Ruffle Waffles, and I found out the reason why people watch him, because these storylines and these Easter eggs, that's when I started to get obsessed with zombies. I followed the story through. We got to Moon, and at that point I had a kind of grasp of what was going on. And again, it was just for trophies, so I was a bit of a trophy hunter. Well, achievement hunter back in the day because I was on Xbox. But at that point, we did it, you know, the storyline was over, and I was like, okay, that's quite cool. Like, it was quite cool following all these little hidden things and all these little secrets and doing all these big quests. But it's over now, that's quite cool. And then Black Ops 2 came out, and I was, at this point, I'd, you know, done my research. I'd gone back and I'd researched all the storylines and all the things I'd missed and all the radios and all that, and I played it a hell of a lot more with my friends, and I was really excited. Like, that's when I started to look at YouTube to do things, because I was enjoying it, and I actually wanted to be one of these people that made videos like Ruffle Waffles and that. So when Black Ops 2 came out, I was like, yeah, like new map. And then when the trailer came out, I was like, oh, like a new crew, like something else, something different. And I thought, yes, this will be cool. But the community went into, I wouldn't say uproar, but they were shocked or surprised that the Victor's crew weren't coming back and Rick Toffan weren't going to be in that. And I was like, at the time I was also with them. I was like, oh yeah, this is crap, because I'd obviously spent all this time researching them and finding out the storyline and the path that they'd gone on. And obviously I knew partly in my mind that the storyline ended in Moon, like at that time, because we had none of the Black Ops 2 DLCs or the Black Ops 3 obviously we didn't even think would be a thing. So I was a bit upset that Victors weren't coming back, but the community on the whole were like, they didn't accept the transit crew. They were like, you know, hashtag not my crew. We played it, and eventually, you know, Origins came out and we're like, yes, they're coming back, and it started the storyline again because they were the younger versions of them. I followed that story to the end, and I took time out my own day and my own my own free time basically to find out what's going on and to get intrigued by this, which is what I did. And like I said, the new crews don't always have a good reputation, but with this new crew, hey, the M14, damn. With the new one in Black Ops 4, I've actually seen no one talk about them. Normally people are like, oh, I don't want to be part, I don't want these people. I think this time it's because we've kind of had a bit more closure, because obviously we've done the whole Aether storyline now. We know how it restarts and what happens and who goes where. I haven't seen anyone talk about the new crew in 9 and Voyage of Despair. I'm looking at that as a good thing, because I'd rather no one talk about them than everyone slam them. Because the one thing that got me interested in zombies was, not only because I like killing the zombies obviously, it was mainly the fact that we had this whole storyline that we could decipher and kind of find out for ourselves what was going on. And I thought that was brilliant, and I really enjoyed following it and, you know, doing all these hidden Easter eggs. The new maps and the new crew give us a chance to restart that whole thing. That's why I'm kind of looking forward to the new crew, because it opens up a new story and it opens up a new Easter eggs, new ciphers, new radios, and it kind of, to me, it revitalizes zombies a little bit, because I like the old crew, don't get me wrong, I think they're fantastic. Obviously they're the OG, we've been playing with them for 10 years now, but this is the start of a new crew where we can actually sink our teeth into something a bit different. And so this is the time when we can, everybody in the community can start fresh, because since I played from Shangri-La, since I started to get into the storyline, the zombies community wasn't really that big. YouTubers obviously were still a thing. They were the ones covering the reveal trailers and, you know, deciphering the story for everybody else who didn't really know how to do or what to do or what was going on. They were the ones behind it all. The new crew really does get me excited, because we all start on a fresh page. The fact they put that much time into developing that storyline really gets me interested for what they're going to do with this new storyline, because this could be another 10-year span. This could be not replacing this storyline, but the new ones, no one knows about them, and that's what gets me excited. I'm really happy no one's slammed them or slated them as hard as they slated the Transit crew, because I'm telling you, if you weren't a part of the zombies community when Black Ops 2 came out, that reveal trailer, that sent the masses into hysteria. But the thing that excites me is we're all on the same page and we're all starting again with a new crew with a bigger community. But I just hope that everybody just doesn't boycott the new maps just because they're a new crew. It just excites me. It's kind of like a blast from the past where we can go back to the way the community was, like when we all banded together. So hopefully it's good enough to keep the community. I think it will be. I think everybody else is excited for them. That's why I've seen no one slate them. I think everybody's kind of grown up and matured a bit from Transit. If they tie in together, then they tie in together, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have a problem with that. But if they don't, then they don't, and I think that's exciting, because we actually get an entirely new storyline. I do feel like there will be some parallels between the two storylines, like I feel like the summoning key is just basically that mirror thing that he uses to turn everyone into zombies and things like that. So let me know what you're thinking about the new crew in the comments section down below. I'm sorry for rambling, but I just feel like I had to say that, like, at least one person is excited for the new crew. Either way, I've been GeneralGerbil. Peace out.